There's a story about a community leader in a certain town who heard that one of the community members had passed away. What did he die of? Was he ill? And he was surprised by the answer. No, he lost his business and became penniless. He didn't even have food in the fridge. So, why did he not ask for food or support? Well, he did not feel comfortable doing this, he was told. Oh, I understand, said the community leader. So he did not die from starvation. He died of shame. The burden on our shoulders may be very heavy, and many of us are not comfortable sharing it with others. Sometimes we are ashamed of our problems and decide to shut ourselves in with them. But you'd be surprised, most people like helping others when they are in need. A Korean proverb says, if you have a hard time falling asleep, don't count sheep. Speak with the shepherd. There is no need to carry an emotional burden alone. Too many people are alone with their pain and painful memories. They don't share for many reasons. They are introverts. They don't want to be a burden on others. They think nobody can really understand or help them. If you are one of those, there are two possibilities. Either you did not try to share your problems, or you did not try with the right person. A real friend will listen to you as much as you need. And if you are someone who, well, how should I say this gently, is a bit tiresome and talks excessively about yourself and your problems, and I know some of those, then consider that every person has his own problems and some threshold for tolerating yours. Be aware of this. A bit of tact won't hurt. Don't be tiresome. Don't create antagonism. I will add that you should listen and encourage your friends to share their problems with you. Research shows that the more we help others, the more our need to deal with our own problems decreases. Dale Carnegie said that you can get rid of depression within 14 days just by engaging in helping others instead of being absorbed in yourself. Or as Benjamin Franklin said, when you are good to others, you are best to yourself. On the other hand, there is another great solution for this. A professional whom you can pay to listen to your problems. Find a professional, a psychologist, a consultant. This is their job, to listen, to be a psychological plumber, someone who knows how to pump out the toxins, clear the clutter, help wherever possible. And here I want to discuss another issue that harms us. Statistics also show that our social ties are becoming weaker due to the internet and cell phones. And the looser our ties become, so does our trust in human beings. And thus we feel lonelier. The irony is that in our loneliness we feel non-existent, while to others our loneliness is very apparent. Research also shows that loneliness causes a high level of criticism against ourselves and others and is a self-destructive process. Therefore, try to pull yourselves out of your loneliness at every opportunity. Meet friends. Help people, trust people, talk with people, with a psychologist, a spiritual healer. Share the painful load, but do this only with your positive friends. They are the ones who will support you and offer constructive ideas. Your negative friends will explain what you did wrong and try to educate you, sometimes out of real concern and willingness to help. But a person who loves being educated has not been born yet. The positive friends will be practical, no emotions attached. They will also support us better in times of need. Share your issues with neutral professionals who can help you. Share with family members. But please note, and you may not have thought of implementing the next idea, but it is critical. Set a target date for sharing your pain from the past. Do you know the term stop in the stock market? It is a command for selling a share automatically when it loses and reaches its low point. even if it is emotionally tough for us and we feel that it will climb and that we will profit. The target date for closure is the stop that we need to set for ourselves regarding our feelings towards the same memory. There is a point at which the harm from further conversation and indulgence in pain is higher than the gain and the apparent healing. Because guess what happens when you focus on painful memories all the time? What happens when you constantly open the wounds? It hurts. Overindulgence causes depression and negativity and may sometimes cause additional emotional harm. Many studies show that ruminations about our painful memories strengthen the associative link between emotion and trauma. In other words, we are only reinforcing the trauma and taking the risk of experiencing more traumatic flashbacks. Moreover, constant thinking about the past has additional negative impacts. Constant anger that drains us from our emotional and intellectual resources affects our motivation, creativity, concentration, and our ability to think clearly. It may also lead to death. Yes. There is a direct link between constant thinking about the past, depression, cancer, heart conditions, and other illnesses. This is a self-perpetuating cycle. It causes destruction, and therefore we need to disrupt the thoughts when they surface and close the circle. And just to be clear, not every person suffers damage from thinking about past events and analyzing them. Thinking about the past is positive if you learn and draw positive conclusions or channel the events in a positive way. We will do this at a later stage. Meanwhile, open the circle, share, talk, analyze with a psychologist, and clear the toxins. And decide when is it time to stop and close the circle. When will you stop engaging in the memory completely? If you don't close the circle, you cannot move on, get rid of the pain, and erase the memory. As mentioned above, don't worry, we are not closing the circle yet. We will do this at the end after we pass the stages of intentional forgetting. But at the end of this course, we will close the circle. Is this clear? We will close the circle at the end of this course.